Hey everybody, hope you can hear this okay. The wind's picked up a little bit. So my bow season is over. Statewide archery season is, well, it's not closed, but muzzleloader opens tomorrow. So I'm putting the bow away for now. I do have a place in the city limits that I could hunt possibly, and if that works out, then I'm going to have to break the bow out for there. But otherwise, I'm going to break out the smoke pole right now and get ready for muzzleloader season. Around here, kind of pre-rut activity begins to pick up here with muzzleloader season. Peak rut doesn't tend to hit until about November 24th through 28th, historically, when I look back on my journals. So hopefully activity is going to start picking up. We're going to see more cruising bucks, may get to see some chasing activity. You never know what you're going to see, but I hope you enjoyed what you've seen so far. I definitely expect activity to begin to pick up now compared to what it has been during archery season. But I ask that you hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment button, and let's roll on in here and get the muzzleloader season started. Look at that. All right, there you go. Play a little bit because these another buck. Oh man, what a morning so far. Seen 6 deer so far this morning. Had the 2 does and 2 fawns that came through real early, and they kind of trotted down the hill, and they went back over here behind this cedar tree in front of me, and they ran around in circles. After they left, there was a young buck came walking up the hill where I have a road goes down the hill that I mow off all year long for me to walk on and get my exercise, and it's also an access road to different parts of the farm. That buck came walking up that road just casually feeding and taking his time and worked his way off. And then right behind him came another young buck. So very, very good, very active morning. This is the most activity I've seen all year. You know, this is usually when activity starts to pick up around here, hunting activity, not so much deer activity, but hunting activity. The bucks are normally cruising right now, and they're trying to mark their territory. They're starting their rubs and scrapes and stuff. But normally you hear quite a few gunshots. This morning I've heard one shot, and it was way off in the distance. Even on the youth hunt, we heard, I think, 2 shots total during the youth hunt. So I don't know if people just aren't hunting, or if the deer aren't moving, or where they're at, or I don't know what's going on, but they're definitely moving and definitely active here. So still have a couple more hours left before I have to leave. So let's stick it out and see what happens. Anyway, as far as the does go, I wasn't going to shoot those bucks. They're too young for me. I mean, I'd rather save them for one of the kids or a first-time hunter to shoot a young buck like that. And the does, I was actually going to shoot a doe this morning, but when I saw those fawns come trotting out behind them, I was like, no, I'm not going to shoot. I've refused, as long as I've hunted, I've refused to shoot a doe that has a fawn with it. So, you know, that's just my preference. Man, what a morning. Oh, this has been awesome. That makes 4 young bucks, 2 does and 2 fawns now. And the bucks are not paying any attention to the does and fawns yet. I know some people in the state are saying that they're seeing hard chasing and breeding and all kinds of stuff so far. And maybe they are. Normally, here on our farm, the week of Thanksgiving, you know, November 25th, 26th, 27th, is usually when it hits its peak here. You may have a few bucks roaming right now, and that's good. I mean, because I've said it before in all of my property management videos. I don't have resident bucks on my farm. Most years, I go from March to October with no buck photos on all my trail cameras, and I run trail cameras year round, and I have about, at any given time, I have between 4 and 6 out on our farm. And I never have bucks basically from March through October. But the key is I keep the does here all year long with the habitat management that I'm doing, the food plots, you know, planting different trees. I've got some bunch of sawtooth oaks that I've planted. I've got more to plant this year. You know, the persimmons, the food plots, varying degrees of habitat and field growth for them to bed in and browse in. That keeps the does here. And if I can keep the does here, that'll bring the bucks here. It happens every year. Anyway, good morning, great morning. My dad and brother are texting me. My dad hadn't seen anything all morning except a bobcat, which is pretty cool. Interestingly, my brother also saw a bobcat this morning. Could be the same one. He's seen, I think he said, one buck and a couple does. So, I've definitely been in the activity this morning more so than they have. My wife's got to go to an appointment, so I'm going to have to head out of here in just a little bit and get to the house and be with the kids there. There was another buck. Just came out down there. Just into the edge of the field. Looked to be another 5 or 6 point. Oh man, what a morning. I just had another buck come through. That's 5 bucks this morning. This looked to be I thought he was coming back out again. It looked to be kind of a 5-pointer. Looked to have 3 on one and 2 on the other. I don't think I got any video of him. I tried to change lenses out real quick and get it on him. But by that time he was so far into the thick edge of the field there that you probably couldn't see him. I don't know. I won't be able to see until I put it on, until I upload it to the iPad to view it. That's 9 deer this morning. It has to be the right conditions for me to have a day like this, but that's amazing. I kind of wish my son had been here with me, and I would have let him shot any of those deer. If he had seen them, if he had wanted to take a shot at them with a muzzleloader, he could have shot at any one of them. I've got to make my way out, and I'm heading out the other direction, so I'm going to just slowly start packing my stuff up and slowly walk out of here. But great morning, fantastic morning. I hope if you're hunting, I hope you've had a great morning as well, and good muzzleloader season. If muzzleloader season's open for you where you're at, or at whatever hunting you're doing, I hope it's been a great season. And let's see what else happens.